Hey everyone, today we're making Mapo tofu, like seen in Food Wars. So to begin, we need to prep a lot of things just to get Mapo tofu ready for cooking, but the cook time itself is actually pretty short. So let's get started. One of the first things we need is some garlic, finely minced. Smash them, and then remove the skins, and then mince your garlic. And then add that to a bowl. A piece of ginger that we need to cut up into the same size pieces as the garlic. Easiest way to start, use a spoon and grate across. Chop. Cut into long strips. Flatten out and go across into making strips. And then in the opposite direction of all those, chop across. Green onion. White parts into the bowl. Green part for garnish later. This goes into the frying. Now you need 2 tablespoons of doubanjian. And just give it a mince. That way there's no large beans inside of your Mapo tofu and you don't eat a whole entire salty bean. This is also going to be what adds the color to the oil that we're going to fry this in. So add this to a bowl for later. That way it's prepped and ready to go. Next up, we just need a pinch of fermented black beans. These have a lot of salt to them, so you don't want too many. And we're just going to mince those up just like the other beans. Definitely want to get these into a fine grain. Otherwise, you're going to have entire salty beans in your mouth. Add that to a small bowl. There you go. Now for the tofu. You're going to want to use soft tofu. Not hard, not medium. Soft tofu is best for Mapo tofu, but in order to keep it stuck together and not falling apart, we're going to need to boil this in salted water first for 10 minutes. You're looking to do about 1 inch by 1 inch cubes, or if you want them bigger or smaller, that's up to you. Go ahead and slice it in half, and then about 1 inch apart. Looks like about ½ inch for me, but whatever cube size you like. Then, to a pot underneath, add them inside gently. You don't want these thrashing around or being cut up while there isn't water in the pot. Now let's go add some water to this. Fill up with water, you just want them to be submerged. And then onto here, boil. Be sure to add some salt over top. Now we're gonna need to make a stock. And I don't have any chicken stock here that you buy at the store, so we're gonna make some from scratch, but you can skip this step and actually just use chicken stock from the store. That's totally fine. But we're gonna do more of an umami, seafoody, anchovy, and mushroom stock. Fill up a pot with some water, heat on high. Into our stock pot, we're gonna add some kombu, 2 dried shiitakes, and 1, 2, and 3 dried anchovies. To speed up the flavor of this stock, we're gonna add some black peppercorns, 2 crushed cloves of garlic, and let that all boil together. Now we need to toast some Sichuan flower peppers or Sichuan peppercorns to add that numbness. Add a good pinch to a frying pan, turn on the heat, and toast. Move them around so they don't burn. You'll know these are done when they start leaving oil spots on the pan. Once done, turn off the heat and add to a pestle and mortar. Crush into a fine powder. When the stock starts boiling, remove the kombu and seaweed. Add some cornstarch, a little bit of water, and mix. Gonna want some ground pork as well that we're gonna add. You don't need all of this, but I have this all stored here. Shaoxing wine, sesame oil, Chinese dark vinegar, sazio oil, salt, and sugar. Secret ingredient, MSG, some homemade chili oil. Stock should be ready to go, so we're gonna remove that from the heat, put our wok in place. We have our tofu and our stock on the side ready to go. First up is to heat the wok really hot. Once your wok is piping hot, turn off the heat and add in your oil. Heat back on to high and add in your meat. You want to cook this into an almost burnt or charred. Cook this until all of the oil re-releases from the meat. Into this oil, add in your red bean paste and fry 30 seconds. And all of this, heat back on high. Mix together. Cooking wine in. Dark Chinese vinegar in. And pour in your stock. Add some light soy sauce. Sugar. Now, 2 tablespoons chili oil. Make sure to get the bottom with the chili flakes in it. And now it's time to add your tofu. To add in your cornstarch and mix. That'll bring it to a more thick texture. Drizzle over sesame oil. Some Sichuan peppercorns. Mapo tofu almost done. Now we're going to finish it off with some rice and then put it on top. Some freshly steamed rice. Add a spoonful of Mapo tofu. Finish it off with green onions. And some more Sichuan pepper powder. Smash like and follow if you like this video, and I'll see you next time.